Oh, this guy is trying his best. I got to tell you, we were talking about the jobs that are coming open as a result of Trump's mass deportation, right? And I've made videos talking about how factories are seeing that people aren't showing up to work, and warehouses are seeing that people aren't showing up to work, and construction sites are showing that people aren't showing, or reporting that people aren't showing up for work. There are reports from truck drivers saying we don't have enough loads to haul because nobody's showing up to work at the places that put together the loads that we haul. And then I showed a video saying, or I did a video saying, "Hey, MAGA, time for you guys to step up and take some of these jobs that you guys said that the undocumented immigrants were coming in and taking." And I showed a handful of video clips from other people, one of which was of Latino orchard pickers with their ladders. Another one was Latino orchard pickers on the ground. Another one was Latinos harvesting and packaging, I believe, either heads of cabbage or lettuce. And then the last one was of Latino workers harvesting and packaging bunches of celery. And so I said, hey, this is what you guys voted for. You guys complained and bitched and moaned that these undocumented immigrants were coming into the country and they were taking our jobs. Odd that they're both freeloaders and taking our jobs, but, we'll do that in another video. And then this guy comes in and says, aren't you a racist for reducing all of them to just labor farm pickers? Oh, A for effort. But I have been talking about this subject for 5 years on this app, 4 years on this app. I've been talking about it for a decade and a half over on the Book of Faces. I lived it for 20 plus years as somebody that worked in the landscape industry here in the Chicagoland area. No, they're not just all farm pickers. As I've stated in numerous videos, they hold all kinds of positions. They do all kinds of work. They pick our crops. They process our meat and poultry. They clean our hotel rooms. They wash our dishes and cook our meals in restaurants. They pour our concrete driveways and re-roof our houses. They do landscaping. They do all kinds of work. I'm going to bear some bad news for you, or break some bad news for you, I would imagine. Some of them own businesses, tax-paying businesses. They're out there busting their ass every day to put a roof over their heads, provide for their family, and create jobs in their community. No, I'm not a racist. I used to be a racist. No doubt about it. Used to be a racist. Used to hold very disparaging viewpoints towards Latino people. Used to use extraordinarily derogatory terminology to describe Latinos. And then I went to work with Latinos. And I realized that I'll take a crew of Latinos over a crew of white guys any fucking day of the week. I went to work with Latinos and realized that these folks are not the filthy, uneducated scum that I had been led to believe. That they are hardworking, family-oriented, extraordinarily devout to their religious beliefs. And they just want to put a roof over their heads and do right like everybody else. So you can try to shift the conversation towards, well, you're a racist for describing him this way. The racist is the one who has ICE running around the countryside like a Gestapo force, sweeping these people up in raids, putting them on planes and flying them out of the country. That's the racist. But Tom, Obama deported a shitload of people. Yeah, he didn't do mass raids, you dumb fuck. If somebody was caught in this country and was found to be a criminal, then they got deported. Not everybody that was caught in this country that was an undocumented immigrant under Obama got deported. Dumb fucks. Before any of you guys even come in and start with that bullshit. Here endeth the TikTok.